Let's talk about our Mercedes with Rick.
Mercedes, a company that used to make vehicles for a certain German leader, is now a Formula One powerhouse with multiple world championships, hundreds of podiums, wins, and pole positions. And they did all that in about 10 years, making Mercedes one of the most efficient F1 teams. And I'd say fragments of their past still remain. Their team principal is Austrian. Their drivers can be charged with war crimes. The drip is insanely terrifying, and they invaded their way into F1 in just a few years.
Lewis Hamilton is a 7-time champion of the world!
But this success all has to do with the Mercedes.
Oh my god, T-posing in front of everyone. Ah, the aura.
Experience, which goes like this. We are so back. We are so fucking back. We are so fucking back. It's cheating. It's so over. Completely different from Ferrari's emotional torture, Mercedes is consistent. However, there's still the occasional fuck up.
He can't get the right front off. It's Nico Rosberg and Hamilton's onto the ground.
Lando's still pushing for the win. Russell's off.
Valtteri Bottas and George Russell, who are out of this race.
But the reason there are three We Are So Backs in the Merc experience is because of Domination. Mercedes rejoined F1 in 2010, and ever since
Domination or driving into other drivers. You know exactly what meme I'm referring to.
Since half of their existence has been at the top. A traumatizing race for Mercedes fans is a great race for Ferrari fans. In Singapore 2018, Lewis drove the perfect qualifying lap, even beating a supercomputer's prediction. In Silverstone 2020, he drove the final laps with a busted tire, but he still won anyway. And keep in mind, he was doing all this while having extra weight on, aka his third leg.
It's massive in
It's
Formula
massive,
1.
there you go. I mean, when you look at it from the...
Wait, what? 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 It's massive. Wait, let me go back. What?
Extra weight on, aka his third leg.
It's massive in
It's
Formula 1.
massive, there you go. I mean, when you look at it from the front, you know, we'll get a front shot. Here we go. You've got those fans in there at the moment, but just behind it, you could see just how big that bulge is.
So Lewis Hamilton.
No.
Was dominating in F1 and Toto's bedroom. And that performance is thanks to Mercedes excelling in development wars with engines, software, aero. They push the limits of regulations every time that things get banned. These are the same people who made the W11, and that car had the DAS system, where drivers could change the car's front tire angles by either pushing or pulling the steering wheel. It was so beneficial in reducing drag and improving cornering that the FIA banned it after a season. And the 2026 season has shown the exact same pattern. And allow me to relate this to the cycle. In the first race in Australia, Merc was flying in various different ways. Kimi Tortellini crashed in FP3, but they repaired his car and he qualified second while George was first.
Really? Tortellini? That's how you wanna call him? Tortellini?
We are so back. And in the race, George battled Charles. It was close with Ferrari having every opportunity to beat Mercedes, but they bottled the strategy.
Yellow, turn 14. Yellow, turn 14. Virtual safety car. Ah, man, how did you not call the pit, man?
7 Ferrari fans died that afternoon via brain aneurysm, and Mercedes dominated with a 1-2. We are so fucking back. But they won not just through strategy, it was also performance. Apparently after the weekend, Ferrari said Mercedes used a higher fuel compression ratio than other teams. So the FIA looked into it and they decided to ban it after the first 5 races of 2026. And there are so many other accusations. We are so fucking back, it's cheating. See where this is going? Now, people do call this cheating, but I personally don't. F1 is about innovation. Teams will always try to find loopholes.
Absolutely. I don't know if that is cheating, to be honest, as well. Like you need to optimize it. That's why you have the the engineers and everything on your team. No, you want to make the best car.
If putting a Verstrap-on to the front wing of your car is faster, I don't see the issue with allowing that. And I love team
A Verstrap-on. Oh please, this video. We are 3 minutes, like, okay, 4 minutes into the video. Oh my god.
He's finding loopholes because it just further proves that the FIA's regulations will always be horseshit. Like in Japan 2026, they cut out the part where Antonelli's car slowed down hitting the 130R to recharge battery, aka super clipping. And that video got dislike bombed to super hell. But with all the
Let's go.
Mercedes cheating allegations, the question is, when is it until it's so over for them? Every hater wants to know when, and believe it or not, I might actually have the answer to that. Just look at Toto Wolff's face
The crystal ball. The crystal ball. Wait, what?
during live sessions. Whenever you see a smirk, that means Mercedes is winning.
This is the face of someone who knows they have a rocket ship. Yeah, America's winning. America's winning.
Or if Toto has this face, they're losing. Or if he has this reaction, that means someone is dying tonight. Or this one, which means our car is illegal and our driver is still celebrating, and I'm gonna have to break the bad news. So put a live Toto reaction feed in the corner of a race and watch the future come alive. But speaking about Mercedes and George and Kimi's kamikazes, it's perfect that this video sponsor is War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game that's free.
That's so ironic. That's a great sponsor. Like, honestly fitting.
Mobile, PC, and consoles.
But I wouldn't
The
call
game
it
features planes,
kamikaze.
tanks,
I
ships
will
from the
call
modern
it-
era to World War I, and from 10 different countries
Let's
with
not
over
go there.
95 million players to fight with or against. And you just know George would absolutely be cracked at it.
He just fully turned into me.
But War Thunder is a really well-made game. You can simulate realistic battles or mess around with friends. So if you want a military game that can be extremely realistic, War Thunder is absolute cinema. And if you're new or haven't played in 6 months, using the links in the description will give you premium vehicles, an Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium for PC and console. But back to the Mercedes
Nice.
experience. Generally, it's so over for Mercedes when most of their innovations get banned and a rival team finally catches up. I mean, no shit, this team barely has any weaknesses, that it's literally if another team is faster, then they're faster. In 2021, Red Bull finally caught up to them, and in 2026, with all the new bans, it gives opportunities to teams like Ferrari or McLaren, especially Ferrari, who have
Wow.
always been
Yeah, you know, because everybody needs to have equal opportunities. Ha, ha, ha.
putting pressure during Mercedes domination. The Vettel versus Lewis years, until Ferrari eventually blew themselves up. And in races like China 2026, after Lando and Oscar could not start because these regulations are goofy as shit, the Ferraris again got the jump on Mercedes. Max Verstappen starts his depression episode, while Antonelli takes the lead and Lewis and Charles just start duking it out while George was sitting in the chair. But eventually it was yet another Mercedes 1-2, with Antonelli taking his first win. Kimi Antonelli is
Let's go.
so talented that not only did he win at such a young age, he even won races while Fernando Alonso was in his 20s. While Alonso won the Chinese Grand Prix in 2005, Antonelli won the sperm race. But what this race tells us is that no matter how good Mercedes is, you shouldn't be surprised if other teams steal a lot of wins. But if they're not outdeveloped, Mercedes' weaknesses comes from their drivers. Their staff has almost been perfect. Bono has the competence of 100 Ferrari engineers combined. James Allison developed
Not really surprising, no? I mean,
one of the best cars while smuggling crack into the Mercedes headquarters.
Why aren't you letting me look in the nose cone? I don't know what's in there. It might be all our cocaine. No, it's not that, James.
Goat behavior. Toto Wolff is genius, billionaire, family man, philanthropist, and is only mentally unstable during work. So most of the potential issues Mercedes have originate from their drivers. Michael Schumacher struggled during his comeback. And another example
Fair enough.
is the Brocedes era. Lewis third leg Hamilton and Nico Nico Monaco-based YouTuber Rosberg had one of the strongest friendships in F1, but it fell apart within 2 years despite Mercedes having a really fast spoon. In 2014, they were so quick no one was near them, but Nico and Lewis gave Toto multiple heart attacks. In a press conference, Nico was offended about Lewis dominating him.
It should be dominating you more.
I need that face as a sticker. I need this as a sticker for WhatsApp. I can't.
More. Lewis.
Dominating?
You. It should be dominate you more.
Dominate me. Okay.
Yeah.
Dominate
Though I'm
me.
pretty sure a few years back he wouldn't mind. And in Abu Dhabi, before Lewis won his first Mercedes title,
boy.
Nico said this.
Do you have anything to add?
No, just that, yes, Lewis can
Look
do
at the absolute goat. Look at him. He's unbothered, unfazed, moisturized, in his lane, calm, low cortisol aura farming.
something to keep it clean, which is drive cleanly himself. So it's not like he can't do anything.
And this was just the beginning. 2015 was worse. Sebastian Vettel had to be a marriage counselor.
I don't know how much you like each other, but
100%
Kimmy and myself, we get along, so...
In the US Grand Prix, they clashed multiple times, and when Lewis won the title, Nico threw his hat. When someone asks me why I don't watch Love Island, I tell them Brocedes is my alternative. And in 2016, after they took each other out in Spain, collided in Austria, almost
No, let's be fair. Also with Drive to Survive, the drama, it's so much better than any reality TV show. Holy moly, the stuff that is happening. I really hope that most is not fabricated. Please don't crash my illusion. But holy moly, what is happening behind the scenes is chef's kiss. It's so I'm there for it.
Creating Prost and Senna, Nico won the championship and retired immediately. Done for the day. Now those years at
Bye.
Mercedes could have been perfect, but having two hungry drivers was a disaster. But even after Nico's retirement and Mercedes dominating after 2016, there were still issues with drivers. Valtteri Bottas replaced Nico, and while he was happy to be there, eventually the smile faded away after every team
hurts.
order. And he was replaced by George even after he obeyed every instruction. And when Lewis's time finally came, Mercedes had contract issues with him that led to Lewis joining Ferrari and showing his third leg there. So now we have
Why are
Russell
we
and
always-
Antonelli.
No.
First,
Okay, what is this obsession with the third leg in this video? I can't. Why do... I don't want to look at it. Come on.
off, we have George Russell. A lot of people know him for appearing out of nowhere.
damn.
Hungary 2022. Austria
Okay, that is hardcore out of farming though. Let's go back.
First
That-
off, we
that
have
is
George
hardcore
Russell.
out of
A lot
farming.
of people
Look at
know
him.
him for appearing out of nowhere.
That
Hungary
is hardcore out of
2022,
farming.
Austria 2024, Canada 2025, Vegas 2024, Singapore 2025, and also fumbling on final laps. But
Yeah.
he's also a pretty hated driver, more than even I expected. I mean, just look at all this. Now, I know every F1 driver has their own dedicated hate community, especially for
Yeah.
someone like George, who is the type of guy to remind the teacher about the homework.
Yeah, boo!
But at the same time, let me come to
Did
his
someone throw Verstappen?
defense. This was the same man who gave way to Kimi and Lewis on the podium, arguably the most consistent driver in 2025, outperformed Sir Lewis Hamilton in 2022. To be fair, maybe his Hamilton got bigger, slowing him down,
God.
dragged Williams into P2 in Spa 2021, almost got a podium in his Mercedes debut, and gave everything to Williams that he cried over getting points. That is some humble shit. But again, at the same time, he crashed into Valtteri and smacked him, crashed into Carlos, Perez, Mick Schumacher, then blamed it on them.
Nothing I could do, you just turned into me.
Like the goat he is. Blame it on them.
You turn right into George.
So it's up to you on how you want to judge George Russell. I personally fuck with him as long as he keeps performing. He spices up the drama, and we all know we love that.
That is not a
Oh,
guy who
yeah.
I respect.
So the best way I can describe him is that George Russell is an exceptionally talented driver overshadowed by on-track terrorism. As for Antonelli, he is easily one of the most talented young
Done by him though.
drivers
said
to
that? Not
join
me.
F1. In Japan 2026, after Oscar Piastri went on his revenge arc on McLaren taking the lead, Kimi was nowhere near the win until a safety car caused by Oliver Bearman crashing. And guess why? FIA regulations. Franco Colapinto was recharging his battery and his car ran 40 kilometers an hour slower, catching Bearman off guard. The FIA looking at the 2026 regulations is like seeing the McDonald's CEO try his own food.
That is
so good.
the eyes, how he's lying, like
That's a big bite for a big arch, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. It's a delicious product. It's a delicious product.
But in Japan, Kimi kept the lead, won the race, and became championship leader at 19 years old. But like a lot of Antonelli's moments, it came with controversy. Antonelli has received a lot of hate only a few years into his career. Kimi Antonelli is now leading the Drivers' Championship. Formula One is dead. I mean, I can't agree more, man. I can never imagine seeing a young driver just a few years into his career leading the championship. Lena, I know you and I can both never support that type of driver. For the sake of everything that is holy, I cannot have Kimi Antonelli win this championship, bro. Kimi Antonelli, please consider filing out a uni application and furthering your education. Lance Stroll smells funny. Oh shit, that was my tweet. My fault, guys. Does saying this imply I've sniffed Lance before, or his stench is just that bad? I'd say both. I'm done with this sport. Antonelli is dog shit. Goodbye. 6.6 thousand likes. Now, this was a reference to Antonelli fumbling his position.
This is a 19-year-old. Why are you so mean to a 19-year-old? There's already more accomplishments than most of us combined. Bruh! He won a GP! He's in Formula One! What do you mean?
Position to Lando in Qatar 2025 that led Norris to win the championship by 2 points. So logically, some idiots sent him death threats. Here are the addresses to reputable rehab clinics worldwide for the mentally ill. I hope they treat you guys with great care. I genuinely hate to see Kimi Antonelli. Username checks out. You know what? I'm pretty sure every dogshit opinion on F1 Twitter basically sounds like this. Formula One is dead. I hate you and your driver. Goodbye. Proceeds to watch the next 5 seasons. But back to Kimi, Mercedes is the best team he could be in, and that's thanks to Toto. Kimi's relationship with him has to be one of the best things I've ever seen.
So much confidence. Yeah, it's okay. Keep the confidence.
Yeah, this is really cute. It's really nice. It's really cute to see how Toto is going to Kimi, but someone's not happy about it. Someone's not happy about it. Is he gonna talk about it? Is he gonna talk about George?
Keep the confidence. Keep the confidence.
This level of positive reinforcement is literally what F1 needs. And this brings me to one of the most important parts of the Mercedes experience, the work environment, which is single-handedly carried by Toto Wolff. A passionate team principal with a healthy marriage. Yes, I'm looking at you, Horner. A strong bond with drivers until Max is open to work and is fucking dripped out. And Mercedes is also one of the most memeable teams in F1 behind Ferrari. But unlike Red Bull or Alpine that fires everyone when things don't go to plan, or Aston Martin poaching other staff to buy themselves a win, Mercedes builds their employees. I looked through Glassdoor job reviews of F1 teams, and this is what it looked like. An Aston staff member said everyone feels their head is on the line. Geez, anybody but Stroll. Another person gave 1 star and said the only other pro of working there was the coffee lounge. Others say toxic working environment. Worst job I ever had. Impossible deadlines, unpaid overtime, hashtag Lance smells funny. Oh, my bad. That was me again. But while Mercedes isn't immune to bad reviews, they have so much more positive ones, and that's coming from employees that have been there for decades. So Lawrence, it makes sense why your team is dog water right now, and I'm losing my shit. You can't just buy your way into being Mercedes. I mean, you already did that with a
That's what they're trying to do. It is.
W10 a few years back. Why can't we learn from mistakes? So Mercedes is
because the only language that they know to talk is money. They only know how to money. Monet! Le Moulin! That's everything.
A step above in workspace quality. Toto gives private jet flights to his former drivers and always has good things to say.
One is in red. One is in red by now. I don't know if you're our driver.
He's as integral to Mercedes as Niki Lauda was while he was mentoring Lewis. The moment Toto gets into hot water, I guarantee that's when Mercedes is over. And what's also special about the Mercedes experience is all the staff relationships. If they turned Mercedes into a film studio, you'll get all the categories. Nico and Lewis's lovers to enemies, Brocedes, Valtteri's unwanted fantasy featuring James Vowles, Toto and Kimi, Spider-Man Homecoming, Kimi and George, Kamikaze, Toto and Lewis, La La Land 2016, and finally Toto, Max, and George, Crazy Stupid Love. And using these references, I have created something called the Mercedes family tree. And obviously it's Toto Wolff in the center of everything, Susie is his actual wife, Kimi is the son he adopted, while George is the man he's trying to keep loving, but it's difficult because of the man he truly wants, Verstappen. And Lewis is the ex he wants back, but would never show it, while Lewis has a complicated relationship with Nico. Then Bono and James Allison are loyal companions, while James Vowles has embarked on his own path, forever traumatizing Valtteri Bottas wherever he goes. And I mean, just take a good look at this and notice how it's 10 times healthier than Red Bull. Not to mention, at least more than half of them are still there. But obviously no team is perfect, which brings me to a theory I have about Mercedes. I think that there is more to Toto than meets the eye. I mean, he's a billionaire, and the biggest question I've always had was, what if Toto was actually the female employee Christian Horner was harassing? I mean, think about it. Christian Horner got cancelled over leaked messages on WhatsApp. And guess what company is one of Mercedes' biggest sponsors? Evidence 2, this clip.
Die funktionieren im Moment nicht. That's harassment.
Evidence 3, they've always had a love-hate relationship, and there have been photo edits of Toto in similar outfits to Spanx, which is something Christian Horner is a big fan of, and in 2025, Christian Horner made hints of him coming back to F1 via Alpine, and months later, Toto said he could be buying it. A true billionaire is always 10 steps ahead, though Horner did try to warn us about his impending doom.
If you weren't an F1...
Yeah, I mean, he's going, well, probably back again, but gone, but back again soon, but gone, but... I don't know. This is too complicated.
Team boss, what would you be, Toto?
No, I'd be a finance investor. It's what I did all my life, and I quite enjoyed it. Once I leave this circus here, I'm going to go back to that.
The circus. The goat, look at his smirk. Look at his smirk. Look at the circus here. Fuck this shit.
I'd be totally unemployable.
So in conclusion, the Mercedes experience is far better than any other team, even when their drivers blow other cars up, friendships fall apart, and their team principal might actually be a supervillain. And thanks again to War Thunder. Make sure to use their links in the description. It will give you bonus premium vehicles, 100k Silver Lions, and 7 days premium for new and returning players on PC and consoles. They are only available for a limited time, so go channel your inner Kimi and George. And at the end of the day, as bad as Mercedes could be...
Oh my goodness! I love that. This is getting memed to hell and back.
I would prefer to work for them compared to the idiots across the street.
Oof. Hey, amazing video. Thank you, Rick, again. Thank you for the video. Really cool. Check out the sponsor, please. And I'll link Rick's video in the description below. But yeah, the Mercedes experience right now, it's a big meme. And they are playing into all the memes, which is quite nice to see. It's like subtle memeing themselves, like creating more stuff for the fans, especially with the entire Japan Wolf drip. Oh my god, I loved every piece of content that came out of that. So they definitely know what they're doing. They know that fan perception, community perception is big in how a team gets supported as well. Yeah, would love to see more about other teams and not just, daddy throw big money, daddy try to buy win, daddy not buy win, daddy throw even more money. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.